Hello guys, as promised last upload, here's the video explaining the details of the Endux project Remaster. There's many things to talk about, mostly the process of the remaster and how it's gonna work, as well as what sections of the project will be remastered. Without further ado, let's get into it. First, I'll explain to you guys how this remaster will work. Basically, I will start the project from zero, improving on all aspects and parts of the project. Some things will be removed, some things will be added. There will be constant updates on the project through the community tab and Discord server. It might sound very broad, but I will now elaborate on each specific aspect of the project itself now. Beginning with the abiotic factors, the base of this biosphere project, expected to remain mostly unchanged. The star and solar system of Endux won't change much. Maybe I'll add a few extra details here and there, but for the most part it will remain unchanged. As for the planet itself and its accompanying moon, expect it to change. First, the moon will receive a new name, and maybe some small tweaks in its characteristics and appearance. As for Endux, the planet itself will receive many changes, at least in geography. I will make a longer and more detailed continental drift animation that can better illustrate the geographical and biological history of the planet. I will also elaborate heavily into Endux's early history, beginning from its formation to the moment life first originates. Aside from the changes in Endux's geography, other features such as the atmosphere or composition of the planet will mostly remain untouched, except for some minor tweaks in the planet's details and the correction of certain features that I've had wrong for years now. Now, let's talk about the plants and fungi analogs of Endux. The Liavisphytes and Asterophytes. First things first, I should mention one big change. The Liavisphytes will be completely revamped. Their origin will be completely scrapped and rewritten. So, no more cyan-colored plants. Still, they will receive a better treatment than what I have given them in the main series. In fact, the phylum name as a whole might be changed. Or not. I won't elaborate on that just yet. As for the Asterophytes, they will also receive a better treatment when it comes to their evolutionary history. I do admit I skipped over a few things. Maybe I didn't research plant evolution hard enough. Still, they won't be the only photosynthetic phyla that will be explained, as the algae analogs of Endux will also receive some much required attention. Don't expect them to be a central part of the project, but also don't expect them to be left in a locker and never elaborated upon ever. This also means I will be elaborating a bit more on the microscopic life of Endux, even if it's just for the early episodes of the project. Now for the big part, the animals. Remember how in OG Endux there were only 4 phyla and I didn't exactly elaborate on how they were all related to each other? Well, scrap that. I will be adding more animal phyla to Endux, and of course, I will be doing honor to the Precambrian, and I will be explaining the origin of all the phyla of Endux in detail. I feel like for the start of the project, I made the animals too detailed from the jump, and I guess it made it really hard to make anything original. Anyway, you heard me right. The 4 phyla of Endux will all receive some changes to their appearance or origin, not to mention the fact that there will be a lot more of them. Not too many that it becomes impossible to track them, but enough to where biodiversity can be achieved successfully. I can't exactly say how many there will be in total, but there will be much more than the previously established 4 animal phyla. Expect some phyla to receive redesigns. Lastly, another main change that will come in the Endux remaster is a restructuring of the episodes. In the OG Endux episodes, I have to admit that I literally just did a carbon copy of Alien Biosphere's episode format. I took some random evolutionary theme and fitted the episode around it, but this really didn't work with the project, seeing as it's supposed to be a world of its own and not a quote-unquote tutorial like Alien Biospheres is, so I will be making a change. The episodes will take more of an expository or narrative approach. You could think of it as a video that explains Earth's evolutionary history, focusing on the biology and geography at hand, only that instead of Earth, it's the fictional world of Endux. I do admit I will have a bit of focus on biogeography at times though, but that would be it. Still, expect the mention of certain concepts in biology to be mentioned at times, even if it's just for the sake of explaining how an organism evolved a certain adaptation. That's it. Well, thank you guys for watching the first video of 2026. I've been trying to write it and get it out before I start school, and it seems like I've failed miserably and spectacularly at that. It's currently the World Cup's first match day when writing and finishing this. I hope to at least upload a video per month for you guys, and to make up for the previous months I haven't uploaded in. This year should be less taxing on me, so hopefully it happens. Anyway, remember to like, subscribe, and comment what you want to see in the next uploads that I may do. Until next time, goodbye.